Good morning, students. So from today we are going to start revision. Okay, revision for your pre-board one examination. And in this revision, we are going to understand that how we have to answer for the question which are value-based question, or you can say which are twisted smartly to confuse the students in the examination paper with the help of one question. Basically, we will discuss the long questions. The revision. Suppose in a long question, it has given transportation are the lifelines of national economy. Okay, economy. Okay, and then it has given explain the sentence. Explain the sentence with suitable examples. Suitable example. And the marking is 5 marks. First, these are the straight and the simple question where you need not to bother your mind so much, because you have to give only the importance, or you have to just give that why the means of transportation or the transportation are called the lifelines of national economy. So straight point wise or heading wise you have to give that why they called so. And you know that if we are giving the recognition of lifelines, it means we are just talking about that how much important they are. So you know that what answer you have to give. These questions are very simple questions. Same statement can be asked in a different way. So how you supposed to give your answer then? The same thing can be asked. Transportation transportations are the lifeline of national economy. Okay. Evaluate the sentence. Now, and it is also 5 marks category. What has changed here? Here it has asked you have to explain with suitable example. The same thing. Here what you are finding the new thing, that you have to now evaluate. So you are not supposed to give the same answer as you will give for the first question. Okay. Here you have to evaluate. So first of all you have to draw the attention that when such type of question is to be asked, that where they are asking simple explanation with example, when they are saying that evaluate the statement, and the same justify the statement. And one more thing, that how the same question can be asked, that they can ask the same thing. This is one you can understand. This is another form. This is another way. Now the fourth way, that they can ask the same thing, but the answer will not the same. How you have to change the content. That's why I am discussing especially such type of question. Because if you go through with your all-in-one or any reference book, you will be having that the different question, but the answer is same in the same pattern. Okay, but there should be a slightly different, because the meaning of these words are different. Okay, now the same thing can be asked. Transportations are, or you can write off at the top. The same question can be asked as this. Transportation are known as the lifelines of national economy. Okay. Examine the statement critically. Examine the statement critically. Okay. These are the various ways where the same content can be asked the various types, and if they are using the various different words, so dear students, your answer also different in some manner. Okay. So you can see, you can learn by heart that how the long question can, with the help of a relevant sentence, what are the basic terms which they use to give in the examination. First, they will give you a straight statement, then they can explain the statement with examples or with references. Then they can ask, with the help of same sentence, they can ask, examine the statement critically. Yeah, critically examine the statement, the same thing. They can ask the same sentence where you have to evaluate the statement, and they can ask, justify the statement. First of all, we will take the first one, that if the situation or content of the sentence is given to you within inverted comma, and then they are asking, examine the statement critically. Examine the statement critically. So it means when you have to examine, not only examine, you have to examine critically. There are two words. It means you have to show the positive and drawbacks also. You cannot say negative, but you can say challenges. So both sides you have to give. When the statement is given to you that the means of transportation or the transportation as in India are called the lifelines of national economy or the lifelines for Indian economy, examine the statement critically or critically examine the statement. Then you have to give the positive points first, and then you have to draw the limitation. You will not write down negativity. You will write down the challenges in the way of transportation in India. So you have to give the challenges. And what are the challenges? Challenges are itself is a drawback. Nowadays what we say, we don't say that the negativity. No, we say there is a challenge. So you will write down positivity, the importance also, and the challenges also. If I ask that the importance, what is the importance, why the transportation are called lifelines of national economy? Can you give me any two reasons? Two, you can give me 5 or 6 reasons. It means here you have to show the positivity of the means of transportation in India, which are so much helpful to enhance our Indian economy. At the same time, when critically examine means you have to give the challenges of the negative or the drawback also. What are the drawback? You have see how the chapter has explained what do you find in the means of transportation? What are the drawbacks? What are the drawbacks? Give me in which sector, in which type of means of transportation you find out that there is some challenge. You can say railway network, because in the high altitude we are lagging behind, that it seems too challenging to establish a railway network. So we want the railway network facility in the hilly areas also, but it costs more than the roadways network. So it is a challenge that in hilly areas we are not having the availability of the railway network. So in such a manner, you have to write down, and the statement can be different. Here I am just giving you the example. That what is the meaning of these words, that when it asks, examine the statement critically. So you have to keep in your mind, examine the statement critically means positive and negative side, both you have to write down. Understood? Next, if the same question is asked, transportations are the lifelines of national economy, explain the statement with suitable example. Here you have to go through with the all types of means of transportation heading by roadways, railways, airways, pipelines, then how they are performing significantly to enhance our, to reduce our distances and to save our times, and to give a better choice for means of transportation in the modern world, and they are, you can say they are enhancing our Indian economy. In such a manner, per means of transportation you have to give their importance with the state name also. So it will be complete, simple way. When it is asked, explain the statement with references or with examples. Here, transportation are the lifelines of national economy. Evaluate the state. So when we say evaluate, it means you have to draw a conclusion. Yes, that you are so sure when checking is going on for your examination sheet. What we do? We evaluate. We give you rank, that how much your content is absolutely correct, where you are having some drawback or where it is not so much correct. So basically we examine your sheets. In the same way, you will evaluate the means of transportation as they perform to enhance our economy. For that you have to, as a citizen, you are free to give them rank. Getting my point? In this such type of answer, you will write down that means of transportation are the lifelines of national economy. Okay? According to me, yes, it is correct. Okay, but I prefer the airways is the most comfortable and relevant means of transportation. First of all, you can give the categories of the whole means of transportation through a graph. Okay, you can make a flow chart. Okay, then you can, so it is clear that you know the various means of transportation. Then you are evaluating that whom you will select as the best means of transportation. It means you are concluding. You are not straightly write down that roadways, railways, airways, pipelines and ship, waterways. No. It is simple explanation. Here you are judging, you are evaluating. So you are giving your own way of thinking, that although these are the various means of transportation, but I basically believe that nowadays, as the fastest technology time, I prefer that pipelines are significantly beneficial to enhance our Indian economy, and then the airways, then the waterways. So here you will put the reason that why you are giving in a particular manner the importance to the various means of transportation. So slightly your answer will be changed, because here you are evaluating, you are giving them rank. Yeah, are you getting my point? इसमें कैसे difference हो रहा है? इस answer that how the same content, when it is asked, you have to explain. It is okay, just it has written in your book NCERT. But when it has asked in such a manner, so you are becoming the judge. You are becoming the citizen who are evaluating. So in such a manner, you have to come up with your own ideas. You are free here, because here you are understanding who situation which we find in India, this is the best mode of transportation. Okay, so here you have to justify where you need to understand that whatever you will write, it should be acceptable. It should be realistic. When you are writing in an evaluation way and justification way, you are giving yourself more importance than the whatever you have studied from the book. Because these two words show that how mature you students are, how you can see these things by your own way, where you think personally that what sector, what particular means of transportation need to be more developed. Here, what is the research type of evaluation and justification is required, that there should be something different suggestion, different content, which show that really students is really aware and sincere that he wants, how he wants to develop these means of transportation. So these are the research based questions basically, where you are not limiting your mind only the content which you have studied from the NCERT. So when we check the answer, moreover we find that whatever the students wish to like in the same simple question, where they are asked to explain the statements with examples or references, the same thing they repeat in all rest of the categories. So that's why your marks are not so much good which you expect. You expect that you have written all about the means of transportation. You have written what is pipeline, in which state and how our economy enhancing. You have given 3 pages content. But students, it is only valuable when it has asked you have to explain with suitable examples. You have given the example also. In which state, what are the national highway, national waterways you have given, which cities the national waterways connected. So do you have given, but when the language has changed, here you have to examine critically this statement, and you have to give the drawbacks also of each and every means of transportation. First you will write down what is all about the waterway, what are the national highways, how many national waterways you are having in your nation. Then you will explain about two, that which city and state they connected, on which river they built, and then you will write down challenges or drawbacks heading. So here you don't think that when you are examining the content critically, you need to think extra. Yes or no? It requires research. It is not limited with your NCERT. Yes or no? These are the questions which belong to the particular group of students. After every chapter, there are certain questions which requires more research towards the content. If you will write the same simple answer, sorry, you will not get that. So this is the difference. Always remember, when the sentence is given to you within the inverted comma and it has examined critically or critically examined, what you will write down? Positive as well as negative. It means challenges or negative points also. When it has given the explanation with example, you will just supposed to write down the same thing as you have studied or learned from the book. When it is asked to evaluate the sentence, then again you think more beyond the NCERT content. You are evaluating, you are judging. And the same thing in justify the statement also. How much you are agree or disagree. Just explain the statement with argument. Argument is same, that you have to give the challenges, negativity also. The challenges also. So here the need is that question can be different. It may be from history. It may be from political science. It may be from your economy. But the word will remain same and their meaning according to the content will be same, which require more research and more study. So here you keep in mind that how you supposed to write down differently for the same content as far as the long question is concerned. Okay, so and it will be possible only when you your mind just about NCERT or the rote learning is not the measure. Here you need really come out with some different and some authentic, realistic. Realistic. It should be realistic also. That if we are saying that the challenges in the roadways network in India, so what challenges? As the first challenge that there are the hilly areas. Okay, and many times the roads are not all weather, all season roads. Many times after one rain, they damage. The quality of the road should be improved. You are coming, whatever you have studied, you are coming from the same content. But you are using this challenge and it has examined the statement critically. In the simple explanation, you are not supposed to write such type of content. So this is the challenge and this is the thing where you are supposed to need. That's why I have said you. Students, first read the question. That what is the meaning of the question, what they want in their answer, then come up. It doesn't matter that mean that just you are writing whatever you like or whatever you are understanding. Give time for reading the question and then understanding what is required in the answer. Getting my point or not? Yes, so there should be so much of practice is required. If your concentration is not, you can say, in the class and you are listening half lecture and half of the time you are just not in the class, then it becomes very challenging. That there is a link. There is a link between the lecture, per lecture, and whatever you are doing your homework and whatever you are doing as self-study. You can come up with a more relevant example also. But the need is that how much you are preparing yourself. At least for the high school examination, 10th class, your NCERT is having enough portion. But they are not in a hurry. Maybe they are the same thing, especially in history book. That they have given particular heading. Then, as we have seen the rise of nationalism in Europe, about the liberals revolution, they have given particular heading for the why the liberals have started the revolution. What is mean for the nationalism in Europe for the liberals community? That is the different thing. How they have taken this nationalism for themselves. So they have given the different pages for this liberals community. Okay. So there is a, you can say that there is not a particular order or the content, but still you have to make all the content in an arranging manner. That when we are talking about the nationalism in Europe, it should be clear in your mind which countries are mainly involved. Which are the community people who are so much, you can say, aggressive to get their freedom. How the women participated in that rise of nationalism in Europe. How much they were educated. Are they educated class or the business class? Then how could you forget the liberals revolution within the rise of nationalism in Europe? So these are the things that you have to proper study. Only proper study help you. Okay? It doesn't mean that before the examination you will ask that proper timetable and the proper. The students who are regular, they never find any type of challenge. They never find any type of challenge. They have the ability to attend each and every question. That is the thing. I used to give you homework. Why I used to give you homework? For 6 months, online classes. Why in the starting I have made my own notes, which I used to say, please go through with the particular vocabulary for the history, for the geography. Why? Because the purpose is that at least student will write something for SST, so that he or she will be habitual of writing. Otherwise, everything online, they are not bothering themselves to make notebooks. So when you have passed 7 months of this session, and if you are not doing practice, then within 3 hours it is very challenging to complete 80 marks paper, because you have to give some time for reading the question or the passages also. Getting my point? So here the practice for the writing answer within a particular time period. You have to practice at home also. You have to fix the clock after the pre-board one. You have to fix the clock and then you have to solve the last year pre-board examination paper or the solved paper I will give you. You have to practice it within 3 hours after reading complete syllabus. How much you are capable? What is your speed at least? To check your speed also. So these are the things only applicable and the fruitful if you are doing regular study. You have broke down your work. Some chapters of history you hadn't completed. Some chapter, the whole chapter you hadn't completed in geography, in economics. So how you suppose that you will get the good marks? Without writing anything. You thought that you will remember each and everything from the NCERT book, but it is impossible. Getting my point? Here I can revise the things which are really important, meaningful to you. Here I cannot give you for the senior student that learn the 5 question answer in history and I will ask you what are the answers. No. This strategy is applicable up to the 8th class only. But here you know the length of the answer. So here you understand. You have to understand the content and you have to be very much habitual how you will make it the same content suitable for the long, same content suitable for the 3 marks question, and you have to read the chapters because the middle of the question 1 to 16, even the 3 marks question are also they are free. They can ask you from the any page from the syllabus which is given to you. Okay, the variety of question. You have to prepare yourself. Whatever reference books you are having, reference books is not only to learn the answer from the reference book or any guide. Reference books gives you the idea about the variety of questions. Because in NCERT there are the limitation of the questions. That is okay. That I know. So when you purchase any reference book, you give maximum questions from the same chapter and the variety of question also. So you used to bring such type of reference book just to that okay, how the various type of question can be asked from the chapter. As in history, you are having only short and long. You are not having objective question in your history class 10. So when you take the reference book, you come to know okay, the same chapter, the objective questions, to such type of objective question can be asked, and these are the category. But content, the relevant content is only you will get from the NCERT books. These are the most authentic books. The content, 100% content is authentic. Nobody can challenge it. That's why we force you. Are you getting my point? You are not supposed to learn the content from the reference book. Reference books are only to know the various ways how the question can be framed. But the content, suppose 3 and 5 marks question, you are having more category in a reference book. But the content you have to learn from you. You should learn. It is my advice. You should learn the content from your NCERT. It is more authentic. It is the authentic resource to get the maximum and the good marks. So I hope today it will clear to all of you that how you supposed to different in your answer when such type of different word will be added in the long questions. Understood? As far as ST is concerned. Okay?